The key of this playstyle is to make sure that your opponents don't know what your next move is. So you make a detour and you go to the one place they don't think that you're gonna go to. So I took that. But you have to do that times two. So instead of going for that tower which everyone is compiling on, I go for this. What you don't understand from this until I tell you is these are all, technically speaking, selfish plays, because what I'm doing is not going for the whole team play. I'm trying to get myself gold elsewhere. Stay away from team fights, try to avoid it at all costs. YouTube, welcome back. We're playing against Aatrox. Here we go, a bruiser matchup. Not my favorite bruiser matchup because he behaves like a ranged champion, you know, with his ranged Qs and his E to escape and all of that. He's also quite tanky with his passive and all of that. He gets a lot of HP back if you don't have any grievous wounds that you can get access to. However, this is something I much prefer to play other than instead of like Heimerdinger or any kind of range champion, and or champions that behave like range like Gragas and stuff like that. So I much prefer to play against Aatrox over these abysmal champions. So I'm okay with this. I'd rather play against this. This is fine. There's things I can do around this Aatrox that I couldn't be able to do around like Gragas and stuff. So let's see exactly how I fix a plan to kill him. One thing you should be careful with is around level 4, Aatrox Qs can do up to 600 total damage. More than that actually. And if you see your health bar is not that high. Look at all this damage. Look at that. That is a lot of damage on top of a minion wave. That's just the type of damage Aatrox can deal if he wants to do, if he lands his abilities. So I'd most definitely need my Tabis as soon as possible. I definitely can't afford it right now, but we're gonna go for what? I'm thinking boots or armor? Boots and armor. Okay, that's much better. Now let's figure out a plan here. Maybe play safe and get the gold for Tabis, or maybe even ghost in now that I have movement and armor advantage, so we could even go for that as well. It seems as if he copied me and got the same McDonald's order, because he has boots and armor as well. He's going for Tabis as well. This is not good for me, but I'm going to see what I can even do against this. I do ghost after him because of the advantage I had over there, but he ends up flashing over the wall and then eating over the other wall. The best counter to Darius is just to go through walls. Crazy. Whatever the case may be, I finished Tabis, and guess what? He did the same McDonald's. He's going to be so tanky though, because he has a lot of sustain, and he has durability and range. It's not going to be easy to kill him, but he shouldn't be doing all too much damage now that I have Tabis. It's a trade-off, but yeah, I literally can't reach him with the range at which he's standing. One thing I do like about bone plating though is that it allows me to do things like take the plating in their face, you know. But other than that, I'm trying to get a kill on Aatrox and it's kind of impossible. He's playing quite safe, but it makes sense. You don't want to be playing too aggressive into Darius anyway, especially if you don't even have Ignite. Makes sense. He's playing correctly. But that will mean for the majority of the lane, if he keeps playing this way, I necessarily can't get kills. I'm just going to have to farm and try to make sure that my farm is better than his. He hits the W. I'm just trying to dodge as many things as I can. It's kind of not the way I'd want to play, or I would prefer to like brawl and fight him one-on-one, but that's not exactly how he's gonna do it. I'm gonna say it. I'd rather play against Riven. I got the Q off. Nice. And then the pull. Okay, this may be an engage and probably my only engage. My bone plating was down, but there's no realistic other way I could get a kill on. Well, he's kiting way too far. I literally can't reach him. And Katarina comes in. That after seeing that play, I realized why I even went in there in the first place, and that was mostly because Kha'Zix was pinging me from the other side because he was coming in from doing Gromp, and I was like, I can't waste this time. But it goes against what I keep saying over and over, which is don't sacrifice your HP to do their play. It's not gonna benefit you. It's only gonna benefit them. So that I'd say that was a mistake from my end. I shouldn't have listened to the Kha'Zix, even if it wasn't gonna. Even though he got the kill, it doesn't help me all too much. We both equally got one death and one assist, but I still have the CS advantage. He has flash, but I do have Rectrix. I could maybe go for a kill, because even though he has flash, him not having R and I have movement speed to walk around him could end up being his death. So let's see exactly. Look at what is going on. Okay. In my head, I was picturing something else was going to happen. Like he would go for a full Q trade, but no, I guess he's being patient, which is the right play, so it makes sense. This is probably the only way I could get a kill on him. It would only be if I managed to pull him under tower as he's poking me under tower. Because if you think about it, every kind of trade that happened in the middle of the lane ended in him just pushing back, walking away, dashing out whilst I'm knocked up into the air. This is probably the only way. He has to poke me on the tower, pull him on the tower, and then I kill him with the tower shots. So that him running away doesn't make sense because he's just running away from tower shots. He's going to die. Whatever the case may be, I actually get, what? That's 300 gold plus like a wave, maybe 2 waves, and the plating, 2 platings. That's very good. I could put a lot of gold into Stridebreaker now. I don't have Stridebreaker completed, but I have Phage, which is good. It's 12 minutes. There's no way I have Stridebreaker completed. I have way too many components that don't even go into Stridebreaker. However, I get plating. Aatrox doesn't do tower sieging quickly, which means even though I had 5 platings, he's gonna take way too long to take it down. Whilst me, I'm quite good at taking tower platings. So I'll take 2 platings, the ones I also took from here as well, and I'll just go right back to top lane, and he barely does 3 plates. Barely. Does he even do 3 plates? No, he doesn't. And I just come back in like nothing ever happened. This was a good macro decision from me. I go loop around because Aatrox is still pushing. He wants to get as many platings as possible, but he ends up running into Galio and Kha'Zix, forcing him to give me 1 kill. Perfect. As for the Elise, she hasn't been topside too much. It was just the one time Kha'Zix came, but also Katarina came from the other side, making a 2v2. Rarely, not in my advantage actually, because I couldn't reach the Aatrox, and I couldn't reach the cat either. However, with all of the things that just happened, I get the first tower, and I'm probably going to go for this wave as well. Aatrox can't do anything about it. I should be able to finish Stridebreaker off rip just like that. So let's keep moving. This is very good. Stridebreaker, Tunneler, we're getting close to Hullbreaker. Straight away, this is exactly how I want to be playing the game. Aatrox ultimate is very interesting. Bro, I don't like it. I don't like how you can use it as an escape. Just press R and just run away. I was ghosting at him because I thought it was a good time to try and kill him. Ghost and Stridebreaker and then start fighting, but he was still outside of Stridebreaker range, and he just pressed the R to confirm that he's outside of Stridebreaker range. Unfortunate. Anyways, we go for a, what is this? Ah, Rift Herald. This is perfect, actually. This is perfect. I like Rift Herald with this playstyle because I can do so much with it. I didn't consume it. Not good. I would have preferred a much more different approach, but it's fine. I wanted the Rift Herald for myself, is what I'm trying to say. Hullbreaker is completed, but I have TP that I know exactly what I want to use for. The Aatrox playing safe as per usual. That's something you already knew was going to happen to begin with. But here, I just want to clear the wave and start moving back to the whatever it is, maybe bot lane. It makes sense. Galio's pushing. It would make sense for me to just TP straight away, but I think I want to buy something. Yeah, I did finish Hullbreaker. I wasn't lying. So we finish Hull. I want to help the Galio, so I TP straight to help. I get the kill on Corki. Yes, so Katarina is going to escape this for sure. Kha'Zix is here. There has been a few lessons I've learned with the Rift Herald, and I want to show you today in this video. The key of this playstyle is to make sure that your opponents don't know what your next move is. So you make a detour and you go to the one place they don't think that you're going to go to. So I took that. But you have to do that times 2. So instead of going for that tower, which everyone is compiling on, I go for this. What you don't understand from this until I tell you is these are all, technically speaking, selfish plays, because what I'm doing is not going for the whole team play. I'm trying to get myself gold elsewhere. Stay away from team fights. Try to avoid it at all costs. Thankfully, I had a Galio to give me one ticket out of the entire fight. I was just running. I was crazy, bro. The fact that all of that happened and I just kept making detours after detours, it was very good. It was hands down my favorite play of the game. It wasn't even kills, it was just the decision making I was doing with my Rift Herald. It's perfect. I'm closing in on Trinity Force with all the gold I did get. This was good, but I actually didn't do anything to the initial tower that the Rift Herald spawned for. Now my team is looking for something down in the bot lane. This has nothing to do with me and is not really my problem, so I'm not gonna do anything about it. There is a dragon I wish they did something about, but it seems as if I'm trying to like drag my team to do it, but they're not doing it. So I'm moving towards the fight that is taking place, but Aatrox just TP'd and he's about to kill my entire team. I don't see myself. Is there anyone who's low? Corki, but he's too far away. I don't see myself. Can't really do anything here. This is not good for us. Could we? I have Ghost and I have R, but I don't have Magic Resist. I don't think. Yeah, I don't have Magic Resist. If Katarina looks at me, I just die. Well, Katarina is AD, so it's Elise that looks at me and I just die. Interesting. Everyone's doing a jungle fight, and I enact my plan, which is, especially when these things happen, you must put as much pressure as possible. The maximum amount of pressure needs to be exerted. They are doing Baron. Make them make a choice. Either you do Baron and you take it, or you stop Baron and you stop me from taking the tower. Make a choice. Make a choice. Make a choice. Now, if I'm not mistaken, their choice was to leave some people to do Baron and someone to take the tower. But I have way too many items because I'm closing in on Trinity Force. As I said, I did not recall, and I'm going for. And once it's all completed, I become the biggest threat in terms of ending the game. Biggest, because I have so much damage to structures. I like this little segment here. I'm split pushing down in the bot lane whilst they are doing something in the jungle, they're doing it quite frequently as well. The idea here that you need to do, unfortunately, I don't think I'm gonna get this blue buff because Aatrox is guarding it. Okay, that makes sense. But the idea I have over here, I can't do anything. Unlucky. Well, the idea I have is they continue to exert pressure in the jungle, whilst I continue to put more pressure down in the bot lane, so that every time there's something happening here, they also have to worry about something that's happening here. I keep doing this over a period of time until they just crack under the pressure and they just start going into one of them, which means if they go for the jungle fight, that basically means I have free reign to take this tower, then take that tower, then take the inhibitor, and then go for the 2 towers here, and then the Nexus. I have agency to do that, or they come to me, and my team can do whatever objective, whether it's Baron or push mid lane, because I have so many people trying to kill me, and they're still failing to do that. Not my favorite choice, but I think this is partly the time where I'm gonna have to look for a group, because we are looking for a dragon and we are kind of strong, so it makes sense to group over here. Katarina is dead, Rakan is dead, there's nothing they can do about this, so we have the dragon on lock. There's nothing they can do about it. There are times where you want to stay in the fight, and there are times where you just want to get that ticket and get the last train out of there. Katarina is defending this tower, not really something I like, but it makes sense. As I see myself building Negatron Cloak, okay, good. I was about to say, I do not want to be building Force of Nature. I just want to sit on a bit of magic resist so that I don't get completely one-shot, but I still need Sterak's Gauge because the damage is necessary. We go for... Yes, we continue to put the pressure. Now that the Baron is almost spawning, this is where I kind of shine, even though I don't have the best of scores. I mean, it's a good score. It's just not like... I am well farmed, so there's a bit of... There's something skewed about it that they probably don't see. I have, what, 250, and many platings and towers that I have taken. I have so much gold on me. It makes complete sense what's going on right now. So, like I said, the quick little plan is... It's typical split push plan. I stay down in the bot lane. My team groups up for the Baron. Aatrox has 2 choices. You stay and deal with me, or you go and help your team secure a 4v5 trade. And my goal is, if you do win that 4v5, you make the trade of me taking everything, including the towers, and then going for an end. That's the idea. Now, let's see if it goes that way. He didn't TP. Not yet. They're still fighting. I see a TP going in, and this is... I could cancel, but that's not what I'm trying to do. Let them TP, let them leave, let them go. Because the idea behind everything... Wow, my team actually won without him. I think he just TP'd way too late. But even if he didn't, the idea is, at this point, you need to push as hard as possible into the enemy base. And once you do, there we go. That's it. That's all we needed. That's all we needed. Just one good... They leave for 1 second, and you start putting your foot right through the car, and you just put the pressure on to the point where now the game is just over. And that's what you call GG. Let's go to the post-game screen. Okay, so judging from that match right there, I can only see realistically 2-ish mistakes. Well, 3. The first is I'm eating quite a few Aatrox Qs in lane. I should be able to dodge more of them, especially when I get Tabis and I don't really fall for the mind traps of falling for those Qs. The second is the death that I even suffered was because I tried to help Kha'Zix with his plan. Don't do that. There's no reason, especially if it ends in your death. And the last one is there was a fight they wanted to do. I guess I could have. You can't do. You can't like make split decisions. No, you have to either be full in or full out. I was half half. I was like, let's do the dragon or let's actually help out with the team. Either, and first of all, you don't do dragon. You either go split push and put the pressure like we've been reiterating, like heavy, and get into the nexus, or you stay with your team the entire time and you help out with the team fight. Regardless of win or lose, you're there and you're helping. I didn't do that. So I need to ensure that I'm picking one of two. Either fully stay with the team or fully leave the team, abandon them. Anyways, I think that was a really nice match, especially the Rift Herald manipulation and decision making with it. Other than that, thank you for watching the video. Do the YouTube usuals, like, comment, subscribe, and share the video. Anyways, that's it from me. All links and down in the description below. Have a nice rest of your day, and peace late.